pressure looks good.
Doubling up. Roger and roll with planet.
Water towers, fly!
Flight downside speed off.
Yikes. You bet. Concur. We don't need any more of these.
All right, folks, let us know if you can hear us right now. Nobody wants to see me. We are live once again. Y'all can hear me, right? Yeah, okay, good. Whew. Let's see if we've got live video from Boca Chica, Texas. Survey says we do. There you go, 5x5. All right, folks, we once again have indications that SpaceX is going to march forward with yet another attempt to hop SN5, Starship SN5 prototype up there on the test facility right now. You see the tank farm and everything, and our information right now is that SpaceX is making another run at making this tank fly. So we are here live. We've got Mary, Boca Chica gal. She has spooled up the remote cameras again. She's got 3 cameras she's operating out there, 1 for the live stream and then 2 others that she's working on recording closer in views and all sorts of stuff so Jack can cut some cool videos and stuff like that later. But we do not want to miss it if SpaceX in the next hour and 40 minutes, that window I believe closes at 8 p.m. We do not want to miss what's going on. So pad is currently clear. We know we haven't seen the tank farm go completely active, but we do know that the pad seems to be clear of human beings, vehicles, all the crews that work out there. And hopefully what we see very shortly is going to be some tank farm activity, that tank farm coming to life. With you here today on the live stream, it's a bunch of usual suspects. New for this evening, Thomas. How you doing, Thomas?
I'm good. Glad to be back, Doss. I was here on the other night, but I am back to see hopefully another hop attempt, and hopefully this one is more successful than the last. We've had a couple of aborts and things like that, but hopefully another attempt, and maybe this one will go.
Absolutely. So that's Thomas Burghardt here, one of the writers and live stream hosts for NASA's spaceflight. We've also got Jack on the line. Jack, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back here, and I'm finishing up some highly technical analysis of the current framing that we have,
Yep.
making sure that we have good framing and it is clear so that when this thing hops,
Sorry, Jack, you're being interrupted because the methane recondenser has come to life.
Aha.
I'm fine to be interrupted by that. That's the thing I'm happy to be interrupted by. So yeah, let's do this.
That's what we like to see.
Progressing our timeline.
Yeah. So again, y'all, let's see here. That methane condenser. This is what we like to see as tank farm activity. We are looking right here. Let's see here. My present full working. Yes, it is. The methane recondenser is right in this area, and you can start to see some venting happening right around there. That is one of the first indications that that tank farm is coming to life, to start putting the oxidizer and the methane into the Starship SN5 so that we can potentially fire up that Raptor and get a hop. So that is definitely a good sign. Let's see here. We were talking about Jack, who's back with us, right, Jack?
Yeah, what up?
All right, Jack. So Jack Bayer, again, one of our live stream hosts here.
Really,
writer,
really
photographer.
quick.
Go.
I've refrained from doing this, but it's Bayer. It's Bayer.
Bayer. What did I just say? Like the aspirin
Bayer. Yeah,
Bayer.
just like think I'm buying something.
Like you're purchasing things.
Yeah, exactly.
Bayer.
And honestly, I really don't care. It's not a big deal, but it is Bayer.
And I think I asked you that once, and then you told me, and so I just reverted to the opposite thing, completely wrong. So
yeah, no worries. That's precisely why I refrained. I was like, I told him once. I don't need to be a jerk and tell him again. But this is the one and only time I will do it one more time. Yeah, it's Bayer. No worries. Thank you, dude.
I like it. We got the mnemonic in there where we can remember that it's like you're purchasing camera equipment. So Jack Bayer.
Yeah.
There joining us on the live stream. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thanks for correcting me. I'm not too embarrassed. I'd rather be corrected than keep saying it wrong. So if I ever put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable or something like that, feel free to let me know that I'm doing it wrong. I'm not ashamed. And also on the live stream, we should have Michael. Michael, you here with us?
Yes, I am. And look at all that venting from the grass area and the tank farm, it looks like. So
that's what we
should
like
be
to
under
see.
like 40 to 50. We should be between maybe 30. I don't know, 50. Between 30 and 50 minutes probably for this next hop attempt if all goes well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we see methane recondenser activity picking up usually around 40, 45 minutes or so. So I'd say 40 minutes is about a solid guess.
All right. Good deal. And we've also got, of course, the live stream view here is courtesy of Mary, Boca Chica gal. Spell it out, y'all. It's Mary. There's not a bunch of other junk after the R. It's just a Y. And she is out there running all those cameras on the rooftop in Boca Chica, one of the few remaining residents of Boca Chica here, bringing us all those awesome videos every day. We can see the construction that's happening at the production facility, which is sort of behind us here. From this viewpoint, over at the test area, you see Hopper over there. You see the water tanks, methane tanks, nitrogen tanks. SN5 itself is the tall structure there, but we would not have these fantastic views from Boca Chica unless it was Mary out there bringing them to us. We were talking a little bit about the framing, and it seems like SpaceX has parked something in our shot. There's like a new arm or something in the lower right hand corner of the shot. I don't actually know what sort of equipment that is. We might ask Mary if she can fill us in on what they've parked in our shot. It used to just be the SpaceX RV there, but now it's this looks like a concrete truck or something. I don't know, a tow truck or something. We'll see. But we have these live views because Mary is out there. She's got everything set up and ready to go, dealing with all of my high maintenance modems. I think I can call them that because when you're running, I think she's got like 7 or 8 4G modems out there right now, and juggling all those modems. You go to one spot, AT&T works, and you go over to the other spot, and Verizon works. It's just all over the map. It's not great. It's something that's a lot of care and feeding to deal with, but she is a champion out there bringing us these live feeds. And lastly, I'm John Galloway with NASASpaceflight. If you're watching the Twitch stream, you may know me as DOS. You recognize the sound of my voice. But I will be here chatting things up, sort of running things behind the scenes so that we can see what happens with SN5. Really quickly, y'all, earlier today we had an event that happened around the world. We know that we have people that watch our stream from all over the world, and whenever we were live earlier, there was sort of a big thing that happened over in Beirut. So Chris G, I know that you wanted at the beginning of the stream here to say a couple words for our community members that are all over the world, especially over there in Beirut. You here with us?
I am, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you just fine, Chris.
Yeah, so we are here today to watch Starship SN5 do its test hop and celebrate that moment and be very joyous about that. But we are a worldwide community at NASA Spaceflight. Space makes us a worldwide community as a whole. It unites us and it brings us together. And in Beirut, Lebanon, earlier today, there was a massive and terrifying explosion at a port city. It appears from reports that basically sodium nitrate caught fire from a fire in one of the warehouses, and a very, very devastating explosion that was very, very hard to watch. There are a lot of people who are dead. There are a lot of people who are injured. And, as a global community, we want to, obviously not just express our condolences to the families and the lives that were shattered and destroyed today, but to also say to everyone that if you can, reach out to charities, reach out to food banks, see what's needed, because a lot of aid, not just money, is going to be needed for quite a few people over there. So space makes us a global community, and we should all be aware of that, and we want to send our condolences to everyone affected today, but to also urge you that if you can, see what you can do to help. And to all of our supporters and members who are in Lebanon, we hope that all of you are, of course, okay, and that your families are okay.
Absolutely. Chris, thank you so much for joining us here at the beginning of the call. Like I was saying, that event happened when we were live earlier. We were focused on the test. We weren't keeping up with those other news, so we didn't really make a big mention of it earlier. I don't want anybody to think that that was something that we were ignoring. We just didn't have the information yet. But here at the beginning of this stream, Chris, thank you so much for remembering and sort of helping everybody remember that we're a worldwide community that shares this stuff. So we appreciate you, Chris. Thank you. All right. Well, as always here, folks, we are live. If you have questions for us, tag us at NASA Spaceflight in chat. Also, the same thing with the super chats and stuff like that coming in. Those are going to build up. We'll clear them out on occasion. We are currently at tank farm activity. We do have those condensers going down there just at the middle of the screen. You can see we're starting to get some venting. Hopefully that venting picks up here. over the next short amount of time. Somebody confirm for me, the window today ends at 8 p.m. CDT, right?
Correct. Yep. Just
8
like it's
p.m.
been kind of that same window they've been repeating over and over again. Yeah, ends at 8 p.m. local, so that gives us about an hour and a half for them to squeeze this test in today.
Gotcha.
And that's
So
barring any extensions of the window, which again, we've mentioned before, there's two different windows they have to fit into. They have to fit into the road closure notices, which are more or less flexible. It's relatively easy to extend those if they really need to. But they also have to fit into the airspace restrictions, which hard close at 8 p.m. local, and that is much harder to extend. So we're not expecting a test to really be extended beyond that window. They really need to get it done before 8 o'clock.
yeah, so that is two different things. A lot of people asking questions about that. There are two different safety closures here. There's the road closure that keeps people on the ground from approaching the pad too close. They put this hard checkpoint. The sheriffs have barricades out, and you are not allowed to drive on the road, the only road that approaches this test facility. And that window goes until midnight tonight. The road closure that was actually
Oh,
filed,
that's
or no,
true. You're
sorry.
right.
Yeah, the road closure, we're not exactly sure when the road closure is gonna open. Do we have that today, y'all? Sorry, I think I said that wrong.
Yeah,
There
it should
was
be 8 p.m.
Is the
there was
road
something
closure
else that
officially?
went to midnight.
It was the
The alert
warning.
notice that was given to residents went to midnight, but
So
they
3 different types of warnings there. There's the road
Yeah.
closure, there's the resident warning, and then there's the airspace restriction. Sorry, I messed that up
yeah,
myself there.
but all the notices we've seen so far for tomorrow are all from 9 a.m. to midnight, so they'll have a much longer window to work with tomorrow. Um,
Gotcha.
the only
So hold
notice
on.
we haven't,
Does today go to 8 the
yeah,
sorry.
today's 8 p.m.
Okay,
So they
gotcha.
have probably they have time for probably one attempt. I don't know if there's any like scenarios where they can abort without detanking and then recycle, or
Right.
abort, recycle without detanking. But if they have to detank, they will run out of time today. They
Yeah.
basically have one attempt to get this off.
Yep. So we're continuing to watch the tank farm activity here. I apologize that I messed that one up here. The road closure ends at 8 p.m. The airspace restriction ends at 8 p.m., right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
but the notice to residents for some reason went to midnight. So it said you may hear a siren up until it said 12 a.m. So it was midnight tonight. And we're not sure why there was a little bit of a hiccup there. Maybe they just warned the residents in case they were able to extend the TFR or extend the road closures.
Yeah.
Of those three things, I think the TFR is probably the most difficult to extend. The road closure, since that's the only road to the beach, but the beach is already closed to the public due to COVID, it feels like SpaceX has a little bit more flexibility on the road closures there. But the TFRs,
Yeah.
the airspace restriction is the big deal, right, Thomas?
Right, and that's the one that mostly pertains to when the vehicle is actually airborne. There's sort of a standing airspace restriction that's around the Boca Chica area that covers fueling operations when the vehicle is on the ground. So basically, that means they have to have the vehicle landed post hop after by 8 p.m. After that, it's relatively easy to extend the road closures and things like that in order if they need extra time to like safe the vehicle after the hop or something like that. And so that's why I think they extended that resident notice, so they have, if they need to extend those road closures so they can continue safing the vehicle and things like that, they have a little extra time to do that. But they really need to get the vehicle up and landed by 8 p.m. local time, and that's a much harder deadline.
Yeah, gotcha. Thank you, Thomas. All right. So again, y'all, we don't know the exact timing here. Like we say, we call it roadside rocket science. We watch the tank farm, we observe what's going on. We've seen it happen a few times, so we sort of know the process. We know, well, when they start doing this, then this valve is going to vent, and we'll see some vapor coming from here. And then when they're doing this, we see this valve open, and some vapor comes from over here. And so right now, we do see tank farm activity. You can see we've got our checklist up there in the upper left-hand corner. Michael, I see we've gone through propellant loading there. Are we seeing indications on the vehicle of propellant loading? I might have just called him out there. Michael, we got you?
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
So do we
The
see?
propellant loading starts before the vehicle vents, because they don't vent it until there's some pressure in the vehicle. So we do have to guess a little bit, but since with the number of what am I trying to say? With the number of fueling and propellant loading campaigns you've seen so far, we do believe that the propellant loading happens about 10 or starts happening about 10 minutes after we see the recondenser go on. So they should definitely be into propellant loading operations right now. and we should be able to see venting here momentarily.
Yeah, so we're going to continue watching this here and see if we can't get up to the next level, which is our 10-minute siren. Let's bring up the ambient audio really quickly and just make sure we're getting that ambient from Boca Chica. We should start hearing some wind and some birds.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
There's no annoying generator like there was this morning.
There's no angle grinder? It's like an
No
endearing
angle
angle
grinder.
grinder.
No forklift guy or anything right now.
Caw, caw, a bird.
Are we even at Boca Chica if we're not hearing the forklift backing up and the angle grinder going off? Is this camera at the right spot? Anyways, so we've confirmed that the ambient audio is working. As we get a little bit closer here, we will bring that up so we do not miss that 10-minute siren again. The next thing in the checklist there is going to be the sheriff's deputy actually driving around Boca Chica Village, warning the few remaining residents, which is, he might as well just come up and wave at Mary and be like, hey, they're starting, because Mary is one of the few residents that's actually still there. But they will do a lap around Boca Chica Village with the siren going, and that is going to be the next thing that we listen for. But again, SpaceX doesn't have official communications as to what's going on. We are guessing what's going on. We're watching the tank farm. They could put it in a hold. They could recycle it. They could just call off the test, and we wouldn't know immediately. We would have to observe things to make our own observation that it looks like they've called off the test. But
Yeah,
I do
and
see...
the biggest indicator of that has been those top two vents near the top of the vehicle.
Yes.
When we see those both venting at the same time, that's been a pretty reliable sign that an abort has occurred of some kind. So that's what we've been basing off recently. But yeah, again, there's no like official announcements or anything right away.
Yeah. So a couple people asking, what are all the vents? What are all the vapors going around the tank farm there? That is either venting or condensation. You got two different things going on. You can have a valve that opens up to relieve pressure somewhere in the farm, and that may be they're clearing out a line or something. If you get a valve, you might see a big plume sort of come out. It almost looks like it's spraying out one thing. And the other thing we see is condensation. Some of these tanks are very cold. South Texas is not very cold. South Texas is actually really hot and humid. And so you get this humid air coming in contact with the cold metal surface of the tank, and you get condensation. It's the same sort of thing you get on the side of a frosty beverage when you're outside and it's humid. You got ice in a glass, your glass is cold, so you get the sweat beads on the outside. This is so cold that as the humidity starts to blow across these tanks, you'll actually get vapors forming like this. And those are the two sorts of things we'll see at the tank farm. Intentional venting, where they're releasing something, or condensation, vapor condensing out of that humid atmosphere. So those are normal things. If we see anything abnormal, you can bet that we'll comment on it, because we never shut up. So, anyways.
And it's not completely abnormal if you've seen other sort of spaceflight operations. There are lots of vehicles that use super cold propellants because it makes it denser and more efficient that way. And so if you've seen a Falcon 9 or Falcon Heavy launch, you've noticed that those propellants are super cold and there's lots of vapors around those rockets. The Atlas V rocket uses super cold propellants that also produce vapors around the vehicle. Lots of different vehicles do that. So it's not entirely unheard of in the spaceflight industry. It is not unique to Starship. There are lots of rockets that use really cold propellants and end up with these vapors around the vehicles and the tanks around the launch pads.
Yeah. I got a couple great questions here. One is from Booyah Man, and I can handle that one. How far away from the test facility is the village? Our camera here is sort of in the middle, sort of on one end of the village, but we are about 1.5 miles away, or 2.4 kilometers away from the test site. So we are just beyond the safety margin, where they shut down the road and they say no human being should be closer than this because it's not safe, right? So we are just at the sort of minimum distance. The minimum safe distance is where this camera is situated right now. The other question that came through here was from Matt Walsh, asking, in general, does local humidity help, hinder, not impact things? So does anybody want to take a guess at that one? Like, if it's more humid, less humid, do we see more vapors, less vapors? I think the problem is it's always like 90 to 100% humidity down there.
Yeah, there's not, I don't know how much variation there is exactly. I wish I had a guess, because I would like to know the answer to this, but I really don't. You have to figure that they heavily insulate all of the piping and the GSE, but surely humidity does affect things, to a certain extent. It's unavoidable. But yeah, if anyone has a better answer than that, I'd be very curious to know. And just a quick time check based on methane recondenser activity. I think hopefully we'll be seeing a LOX vent off the bottom left side of the vehicle here shortly, and that'll be indicative of being around 20 minutes to go. So hopefully we're really, really close. I mean, this feels fast. So
Hey, I can jump in real quick and answer that fuel question. So humidity does have an effect on boil-off rates. It can actually, humidity can sometimes act as a blanket, actually helping to further insulate against lower temperatures. So the higher the humidity, the lower the allowable temperatures for certain operations can be. But then it can also begin to have the reverse effect the higher the temperature goes with the humidity levels in the air, because the hotter the temperature, the greater the humidity, ice and condensation can begin to form on the lines as well. But that's the basic answer for how humidity can affect ground and launch-based operations.
Gotcha. One of the numerous variables that the operations team has to keep track of whenever they're doing tests like this or launches. Some of the spacecraft are very, very
Sorry,
sensitive.
I'm interrupting.
Go ahead.
Liquid oxygen tank is venting.
Aha! So here, I'm going to do my on-screen illustration really quickly here, y'all. We've got new activity at the farm. Let me point this out to you. We will go over to telestration mode. Like,
and what did I say? I mean, here we go. Let's do this. Let's hop this thing.
So I want you to look right in this area right here. You see right there? And what we're looking at is new venting. Say you've got SN5 and it's this big tall tower like this. It's got the test stand underneath it, et cetera, et cetera. There is a vent here on the side that sort of starts venting out like that. And we are seeing that right now. Here, like go down like that. That means that there is a certain level of liquid oxidizer in the tank right now, and it started to boil off the side there. That is a very good sign showing that they're progressing towards something, towards the test. They're proceeding with fueling the vehicle. Really quickly, while I've got the illustration up, there are two tanks in this cylinder. There's a methane tank that's up on the top, and that has CH4 in it. Little bit too thick of a marker to read. And then there is a liquid oxidizer tank down on the bottom. We'll put LOX in there, not like you put on a bagel. That's liquid oxygen. And then down on the bottom, there's a little bit of a skirt and there's a Raptor engine in it. So what they're doing through all the GSE, they're putting fuel into the CH4 tank, the methane tank. They're putting oxidizer into the LOX tank. They're filling it up, not all the way for the hop. We don't think they're going to fill this thing completely full of fuel. We think they're going to put enough fuel in there for the hop, but don't carry more than you need because it's a little bit less dangerous if you're carrying, I don't know, less explosive, flammable fuel with you. So that's what we're looking at and what we're seeing with the venting there. I'll go back to the regular non-DOS drawing screen so it's nice and clean.
I mean, all right, so we've got, I want a big thank you to all the people who tune into these things, and especially our members and the people who send in super chats. And on that note, we have a couple super chats, and because we have a queue of super chats, I want to invite once again Jack if he wants to speed run these. It's kind of been his thing recently.
Jack and speed
Thank
run?
you. Thanks. Yeah, me and speedrun are not two things that are conducive, but
You were doing good the other stream.
Jack is going to give like a free-range, grass-fed, artisanal response to each super chat. Like,
I don't know if I've ever felt so seen before in my life.
I'm in this live stream commentary and I don't like it. Go ahead,
so we have
Jack.
a whole bunch of new members. Thank you, everybody that's a new member, and we hope you enjoy your member perks. New members include Mr. Morgan, Zach K, Will Cooper, Matthew Keene, Andrew Gowu. I probably butchered your last name. I apologize. Let's see, Stephen Brixis. That's a cool. No, Stephen Brixis is just a $5 super chat, but now you're in the queue. Hector Barreto, thank you for the new membership. And I think that is all of the Square in the Air. Interesting name. And one more. There was one more. Tommy QC. We hope you're good on quality control, Tommy, because it's a part of your name there. Thank you all to all of our new members. And whoa, we have a $50 super chat. Holy freaking cow! We have a $50 super chat. You guys, you don't ever stop, and we love you for it. Dan Straight. Here we go with my artisanal responses to each one. But it's a $50 super. But it's a $50 super chat. How can I not? Well, you can rock it. You can film it. Cheer on. It's like lyrics. It's lyrics. Thank you for the $50 super chat. People will be able to see the stream because of everybody's support. All of our new members. Jonathan McDowell. Thank you, everybody. For all.
Hold on.
Is
that's
Jonathan McDowell? If the picture's
Yeah, I thought
correct
that name
there.
sounded kind of familiar. That's like the Jonathan McDowell I follow and consume their tweets, right? Like the really good, solid tweets
I think
about,
that's the Jonathan McDowell.
about
Thanks for tuning
orbital
in.
objects.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
awesome.
this
I
object-
just have to say thank you, Jonathan. That's awesome. Thank you.
This object isn't
keeper of-
orbital yet, but
Yep.
hopefully it will be soon.
He says, yes, that's me, so it's him. Unless
Yes, that's me.
unless it's a really good impersonator, I think it's him.
That sounds like
Holy
just what
cow.
an impersonator would say.
Well, that's really nifty. Thank you for the support, and thank you for all of your awesome, fantastic tweets. Your content helps us all be more aware of the stuff flying around above our heads. Thank you. Let's see. Oh God, I'm so far behind. Das, do you want to try your hand at some of these? I mean, we also got Jason DeLong. That's another membership. I got through members, and then we still have a huge stack of super chats, and we're coming in on like we should be hearing that siren soon. I'm all amped up here. I can't even focus.
Yeah. I mean, Jack, I can take it away if you'd like me to. Vlex, thank you for the super chat. Here's hoping we hop today. We got Zach K. I bet you that's Astro Zach. It is. Go Starship. Also, hi, Das. Astro Zach. Zach, dude, it's a good seeing you again. We've got Will Cooper in here as well. Celadon Hair Extraordinaire. All right, Celadon, thank you so much for the kind words there. Also, sending some thoughts for Beirut. Thank you for that. 321 for sure. Any chance of a more zoomed in shot? 321, we're leaving this shot wide. If anybody has been following our UPS shenanigans, we were supposed to have another camera out there, and UPS has, maybe our camera's in orbit. I don't know. UPS doesn't know where it is, and it did not arrive. Maybe Jonathan McDowell has a like some TLEs for our camera.
What the heck?
But-
Whoa! What the heck is that? Stop it!
What? Wait a second.
Ace is done. You're mad.
Oh
person.
my goodness.
We don't have sufficient time to freak out about this. And we're
I
about
thought you
to
were
hop
freaking
here.
out about the TLE joke. I was very confused.
No. Oh my God.
That
Ace is
one
gone
was
with the-
a $300 super chat. Ace is down. I don't mean to break Jack, air quotes there, but I've calculated what I can add today. You calculated your maximum super chat. So many thanks to you all, Mary, and the community for making space and space events so accessible to the masses. I can't thank you enough. Dinner on me, Mary. There you go. Ace is down. You know what we say. You're crazy, but you're kind of crazy. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There are no words, and there's not enough time to find the words because we're about to hop. We hope.
We hope. We hope for a hop. It's like it's just one more character, one more letter there. We want the E to drop. We want the hope to turn into a hop. Maybe get like if you write it out. Do I have to draw it on the screen? Anyway, super chats.
Yeah. Doss, can we get the ambient audio up? The sirens should happen, we think, in the next couple of minutes.
All right.
Yeah, we have significant venting coming off from the bottom left side of the vehicle again, and if you look at what we saw earlier this morning, it's the same kind of flow. So we should be seeing that siren here any second, and hopefully around 10 minutes, 10, 11 minutes into this here, any second now.
We got it. Good deal, y'all. I brought the ambient audio up, so you should hear the birds chirping down there at Boca Chica. I'll continue speedrunning for just a second here, but I will shut up. I will shut my mouth if I hear a siren. Stefan, thank you very much. This is actually a good question. Is the 150-meter hop measured from the bottom or the top?
We were debating this earlier because we were talking about, okay, what do we need to frame this to make sure the whole thing's in the shot? And we didn't actually know. If I had to guess, and this is just me kind of like thinking logically, when it's at the pad, the altitude should in theory be 0, yes?
I think so.
Right,
It's
so
on a
you would think
stand.
that means they're measuring it from the well, that's true, it's already, so, alright, you know what, I don't really know. I'm gonna guess it's measured from the bottom, like you're going for a change in height of 150 meters, approximately. That's my
Okay.
guess, but that is a complete guess.
I'm just going to Kerbal it and say that it's to the center of mass. Like somewhere around the middle of
Is that what
SN5.
Kerbal does?
Yeah,
or is
this
it to like the, I thought it was to the probe core, like whatever you were controlling it with.
By
But you would know
default-
better than me.
By default, it starts off from there, and if you control from a different probe core, then you can switch it around.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody keep on running through. Tommy, thank you guys for documenting this historical moment. Super thank you to Mary. I agree with that, Tommy QC. Thank you so much for the kind words. Yvonne, I think I'm going to go with Yvonne or Yvonne. Texas Tank Watchers, are there any backup days scheduled at the Hop is Scrub? We have like a week worth of backup days.
Yeah,
I think,
and they just filed for a couple extra ones too, so.
Yeah. So we have lots of backup days in case the hop is scrubbed. Rob, more graphics, seems to be talking about the drawings we're doing there. So thank you, Rob, for the support. We've also got Astro. Hey, gang, let's send the NSF crew and Mary some super chats. Oh, Astro boy, we're happy to be here sharing this with you. Thank you so much for the kind words. Oscar Moreno. We've been discussing what caused the previous scrub today. Does anybody know for sure what caused the previous scrub? I think, barring a tweet from Elon, we have no official communications on what caused that scrub earlier, correct?
Yeah, I don't think we've heard anything about any scrubs that happened today. No.
Oh,
sorry.
There it is. We are going to put a hold on the super chats because that's the 10-minute siren. Somebody put 10 minutes on the clock and start that countdown.
Yep, and keep in mind the 10 minutes. There could be some delay between when there is a communication to the sheriff to do the siren. So we could be under 10 at this point.
Yeah, it's roughly 10 minutes.
Correct.
And I did crank up that audio. If we get too much wind noise, I might bring it back down a bit.
That was a much shorter siren. Usually the deputy has some fun with it and it lasts several minutes.
We're supposed to get Doppler effect on this.
Right,
so.
yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
All right, I'm officially insanely excited. I hope everybody watching understands the significance of this event and the fact that we are seeing the next generation architecture rocket take shape in front of our faces, and we are lucky to be able to see that, and in no small part thanks to Mary, but also thanks to SpaceX for doing all this stuff out in the open. And that might not last forever, and at least we have it right now, and holy cow, this thing is about to fly, we hope. And it's about to fly. let's see this thing. Go SN5, go SpaceX, go Mary.
Nice.
Perfect. And Michael has brought on that counter to the top left of the overlay, so you can see, and again, that is an approximate countdown. We don't have an exact T0 here. We're basing it based on when that siren was out. So don't pay enough attention to the second, but it'll give you an idea of how close we are, and assuming there are no holds or anything as well. So that's always a factor.
I'm sitting still, and my heart rate is 93 beats per minute.
93 beats. We can put that on the screen, like the Jack heart rate monitor. That's a thing that we can do.
Oh, that'd be great.
When I'm live on site in Boca Chica, you better believe that's a thing. We can have a watch app, and you can just monitor my heart rate in real time. It'll probably be hilarious, honestly.
So I want to show
Eric
this.
Hammons, really quick, just says altitude is measured from the closest part of the craft to the center of the Earth. So the bottom, that would make sense. And
that would make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but it makes sense. Sorry, Doss, what were you going to say?
Oh no, I was going to show this really quickly. We have a view sort of behind the camera here. Mary posted this up, but check this out, y'all. Someone back behind Mary's position is actually watching from one of those lifts. Zoom that in a little bit, but there are two people up in a lift, and we have those dishes also pointed over there. But Mary just posted that up for us. I want to be up there. That would be really cool to see from there, wouldn't it?
That's pretty hilarious. Like
Word?
when I was there for Hopper, there was people up in the dishes because one of the dishes was pointing vertical and only one was active at the time. So clearly, high vantage points are coveted in Boca Chica.
Yeah.
Joss, did I see you speculating earlier that those people might have been the drone operator? Because we know SpaceX puts a drone out for these things for an extra camera view.
Yeah,
did I see that earlier?
I was guessing that at first. I thought that one of them was holding a white controller in their hands, but the drone doesn't usually take off from back here. The drone usually takes off from the checkpoint. I mean, I know that the DJI Inspire can do the dual control thing where you have one operator who's actually piloting the drone and another operator who's running the camera, but it's most likely that they're probably down by the checkpoint. These guys are just being cool,
Gotcha.
I think.
Completely understandable. If I had a lift to see this thing, I would be in one too.
Yeah. I wonder if we could rent one of those and park it in Mary's driveway or something.
There you
That would
go.
be so epic. That would be
just-
awesome.
Just, when they take one down at the launch site, just have them bring it on over to Mary's and she'll use it to film the hop or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me.
Seems reasonable.
I could do one of these little, one of those standard recap things. Hey everybody, if you're just joining us, we
Go
are
for it.
just minutes. We are minutes away from the hop, the 150-meter hop attempt from SN5. SN5, what is that? It's this grain silo-looking thing you're staring at right now, and we hope that this thing can get all the way up to almost the top of the frame, and then scoot over a little bit, and then land. I don't know if you can see where the flare stack is, kind of in between the flare stack and the twiggy bits sticking up from that new launch mount they're building. We were calling them twiggy bits earlier. I'm clever. Don't worry about it. So it's going to land pretty close to where it is right now. It's kind of going to scoot over and then land. And so, yeah, I kind of ran out of steam there, but hopefully we see this thing hop. I'm going to shut up because I feel like we should be listening to ambient audio.
Really quickly, I'm going to say Sparsity Station 20, welcome to Flight Engineer. That is super generous of you.
Oh, wow.
Thanks so much, dude. Oh my god, yeah, Flight Engineer is an awesome level to support us at. I mean, all levels of support are awesome. Flight Engineer is the most extreme of all levels. You might as well be wearing a Texas Tank Watcher shirt and running through a football game or something, or whatever we were talking about earlier today.
Running down the road with a flag or something. Yeah, it's all good.
Right.
There you go. But yeah, again, the timer up top is an estimate, but we think it's generally fairly accurate based on the siren and based on previous flows that we've seen. So we could be mere minutes away from the future of spaceflight happening in front of our faces, which is, I don't know if you're excited, but I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell I'm excited, but I'm excited. I'm so excited. Let's do this.
Absolutely. All right, good deal. Less than 3 minutes now.
Yep.
We just have a tweet from Elon Musk who says possible flight in 3 minutes.
Wow.
So that aligns very well with our T-minus. So there you go.
All right.
Look at that.
That
What do you know?
that makes it pretty real, right there.
Yeah, hang on, checking my heart rate again.
You know, my favorite thing is just terrible comments. I can just like, whew. Folks, we're approaching 2 minutes before the hop, confirmed by a tweet from Elon Musk himself, seeing if we're going to get a little bit of flight out of Starship SN5. Let's see. Ooh. Is it real shaking? I'm sort of like,
The nerves for this attempt are for some reason more active than the other ones. I think I'm feeling good about this one, Das.
let's see what we get.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if it's not clear to you now, this is real. It's about to hop. We're gonna get all the way up, hopefully to engine start. Engine's gonna fire up, and this thing's gonna take to the air. And we hope it sticks the landing. Oh my gosh, here we go. Here we go, everybody.
We are getting into the last minute.
At T-minus 1 minute, I'm going to hide the countdown timer because it could be slightly early, it could be slightly late. We don't have the exact number, so I will hide the countdown at T-minus 1 minute. And then shortly after, DOS will turn off our audio so you can just listen to nice ambient audio and hopefully a long duration rapid burn coming up.
Yep. All right, y'all, this is it.
Quick update, my heart rate is 112 BPM. I haven't moved an inch.
All right, NSF team, stand by. We're going to go audio off here. Less than a minute.
Good luck, SN5. That's got to be good.
Come on.
Let's see.
That's got to be good. We're good.
It's quiet.
It's got to be good.
Show me.
Oh my god.
Show me
Come
SN5.
on, where's it at?
It's good.
Yes! Oh my god.
It's still upright. It moved.
Cannot believe that they pulled that off so effortlessly. Congratulations to
It
everybody.
looks like there might be a propellant leak at the launch stand.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, there's
I
definitely
mean,
some...
the amount of time it spent roasting the launch stand as it power slid off, that was crazy. I mean, that
Wow.
stand surely took a lot of damage. Maybe that's why they have a second one ready to go. I can't believe they did it.
There was debris coming up off the... As it was taking off of the launch stand, there was actually debris coming off past it. That is crazy.
Wow.
You've got to be kidding me.
I can't wait to see Austin Bernard's pictures. I can't wait to see Trevor Mallman's pictures. I can't wait to see everybody's raw footage. I can't wait to see Mary's raw footage. Everybody,
God.
like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to have raw footage from Mary up shortly. I'm going to edit it. It's going to look amazing. It's going to be super zoomed in. I'm so excited. This is going to be awesome. Holy cow, you guys.
The launch stand looks like it has stopped venting or leaking propellant. So that's very good. This looks like I don't want to jinx it, but this looks like a stable situation right now.
Yeah.
What?
But can
What
I
the
just
fan-
share in Jack's excitement and say, oh my god, it worked! Like, it flew! Like, it's on its legs. That's amazing.
Wow.
I can't believe that just happens.
That was cool.
Wow.
That was cool.
Wow.
Sounds like there's some car alarms going off. You hear the car alarms in the background there?
Yeah, completely understandable. I mean, oh my
Wow.
goodness, that was
I love how-
incredible noise.
I love how it took off and then kind of chilled out for a minute, like, am I good? And then it was like, all right,
Is
I'm
this
good.
okay?
I'm going for it. Yeah, exactly. It's like, is this okay? Can I go to?
Are we
another
allowed to
meeting?
fly grain silos?
Yeah.
Is this legal?
And
All right,
then,
we're
and
gonna
then it got
see
the word.
We're gonna see if we can get a closer shot here, y'all.
There you go,
Mary
Mary's
is
zooming in.
zooming in the camera.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they did it! That was so surreal to see.
There's still
You
people
can
down
hear
there
some
cheering.
SpaceXers cheering. I don't
Yeah.
blame them. Congratulations to everyone at SpaceX who's worked on this thing. Another huge step for Starship. This is incredible.
Yeah, there's so much talk about Elon and all the names, the superstar names that we know with companies. Often that's how it goes. Is you know one person and not the thousands and thousands of people that are slaving away every single day in the hot sun, getting this stuff done. You know, doing the grunt work, and it is to them that I am so happy. I just send my heartfelt congratulations to every single person that has been out there in the hot Texas heat and the humidity, slaving it day in, day out, welding pieces together, making this happen with their bare hands. I mean, congratulations. You did it. You absolutely did it. And you're single-handedly, or I guess it's a group of you, but you get it. You're the ones bringing us the future, and we appreciate you for it.
That's cool. I know, right?
Oh my god! $400 super chat from the paintball guy.
What?
Oh my god, paintball guy! You can't. You're gonna break my brain right now. I can't handle all of this right now. This is. What the heck? Oh my god! All I want to do is watch this again. All I want to do is watch it again right now.
I'm going to watch this on replay for the rest of the night. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I'm currently scrubbing in the stream. I have no idea what our live view looks like right now because all I am doing is watching that thing go.
Yeah,
It
I'll bring
is-
it up. So
I'll
we can
tell
do
you
a
what it
replay
is, Jack.
here.
It is a beautiful SN5 sitting pretty on the landing pad.
Yeah.
Oh wow, wow!
That's crazy.
I have no words. I can't wait to see everybody's content, including especially Mary's. I
Did
mean,
everyone hear all the SpaceXers on our ambient audio?
Yep.
Cheering?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I knew it landed because it went behind the clouds and all the SpaceXers started yelling. So I figured they must have heard on like the comms net that. There we go.
What's the
There you-
radio call out for the Starship has landed?
I think just that.
But man, we were all looking for like a boom behind that cloud.
Right.
That's why I was
what-
keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah, until you see anything, you're only going off audio cues, and that's not a place you want to be because it's super stressful.
But did you see it from Mary's camera's vantage point? There was a moment where the clouds kind of started to clear, and you could see it silhouetted. It wasn't quite on the ground yet.
Right, yeah.
See it starting to ease down, and oh, I scared like every animal at my girlfriend. Like, because I so expected. I mean, as I so expected a hold down abort, like that something would hiccup with the Raptor on the first time, and they wouldn't release it. But my god, that was amazing.
I'm watching the replay right now, and it just sat on the launch stand in the air for a solid second there, and then it just, oh my god, I can't believe this just happened, and I can't wait. I cannot wait until the next one. Imagine what the next one's gonna look like when it's got fins and wings. Oh yes,
let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, here's the replay, y'all. I'm gonna put it in the picture.
Play-by-play? Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna take it. Here you go. You see that thing? It's going. It's lit. It's taking off. It's in the air. It is roasting the launch stand right now. It is like, am I all right? Am I all right? And then it just blasts like straight freaking up, straight up. Look at it go. Oh my gosh.
It looks like somebody photoshopped it. It looks like it's photoshopped.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Goes out of frame a little bit, but we don't care. We don't care at all. And then into its own dust. Look at that. That is ominous.
This is just more dramatic. I think this is our best angle. Like, who wants to see it actually in the air? The drama of it's behind the cloud.
And then hearing everybody cheer, all of them cheer. That is a cathartic cheer. That is the cheer you make when you have been working your hands to the bone and you see the results of that hard work in front of you. That is that sound. That is a beautiful sound.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So can we just take a moment to just say that in 3 days, or 2 days, in 2 days, SpaceX successfully began the commercial crew program by returning Bob and Doug safely to Earth, and 2 days later hopped the vehicle that will take us to that will help take us to the moon and take us to Mars. Can we just talk about that for a minute? That was 2 days in one company's life.
Yeah. God. Waiting for waiting for the dust to clear and seeing if it was still there and waiting for the dust to clear, that was crazy.
Eric Berger with the really salient point. What was it? Yesterday, the day before? That was the day they landed, right? Was the anniversary of the Falcon 1 flight?
Yeah, the last Falcon 1 failure. Yep.
So not only that was the 3 days in this company's life, but it was also, a kind of a bookend to the first 12 years, or I don't know. I don't even have words, Chris. I can't even talk. This is insane. I'm so happy right now, and I think everybody watching knows why, but it's because it's the future. We just saw a flying car. We saw our flying car in the air. There it is. It's in the air. Obviously, it's not a flying car. I am using hyperbole to an extent, but that's what it is. We all want to see progress. We all want to see humanity become a multiplanetary species. We want to see cool things, and we want to be excited for the future. And this is something we can be so excited for. I mean, look at it. Look at it.
Well, but I mean, because Jack, like, to put it into perspective, I mean, like, this for you and me is the equivalent of watching, Mercury and Gemini in the run-up to the Apollo program. I mean, it's mind-blowing what this actually means. And I mean, let's just take a moment to talk about the fact that on their first attempt at hopping one of these things, it worked.
Right.
Yeah. Not only did they nail it with Starhopper, and they nailed it with Starship, which is, it's just got to be confidence inspiring to prospective customers, and really, like, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I mean, who thought that thing was going to stick the landing? I certainly didn't. I hoped it would. But they made it look easy, and that is just astounding to me.
Because in this industry, what works the first time you put it all together?
Right.
Individually, I mean, like, I mean, oh my gosh, oh yes, Jack, I'm with you. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm just giddy. I'm just happy, and I couldn't leave the microphone on mute like I said I was going to.
Yeah.
I'm currently frantically refreshing Trevor Mallman's Twitter feed, hoping that he
Oh
posts
my
an
god, I
insane
can't wait
photo.
to see what he got. Yeah.
And I mean, just wow to everybody that was there and got to experience that firsthand. And thank you to Mary. Thank you to Mary so so much from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I would be crushed right now, having not been able to be there thanks to the state of the world today. But I'm not even bummed out. I'm not even sad that I couldn't be there because we were able to have this view thanks to her. And thank you, Mary, for doing that. Seriously, thank you, Mary, for doing that. And I know we get comments to that effect from people saying, it helps me in these tough times, and I look forward to this stuff every day. And it's the same way for me, honestly, and I'm sure it's the same way for all of you guys on the stream too. I look forward to doing these streams so much. They're so fun to do, and we get to do them thanks to Mary. So thank you, Mary. Look at the thing, it's in the air. Oh my
I know. Actually, I was playing it back at 2x speed there so you could see it go, but that's
wow.
Yeah. In just a minute, if y'all think it's okay, I can put this full screen because there's a couple things that I want to look at on it.
Yes.
Just
the vehicle looks
please do.
Yeah.
The situation at the pad looks totally chill. There looks to be some venting or something coming, some kind of gas coming from the launch mount, but who cares? Everything looks fine. They've got water or like robotic water hoses at the pad. They've got a fire truck. They've got all the things. SN5 is standing pretty on the launch pad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The landing pad. The landing pad. It
Sorry,
moved.
oh my words. I can't even words. Let's look at the replay.
And while he pulls that up, just a quick status update. They will be working to now safe the vehicle. They're going to have to go and be able to detank any remaining fuel and things like that. There's a bunch of things they have to do to secure the launch site after the hop test. But from what we can see here, I mean, very clearly a successful flight. There's going to be a lot of data review and things like that. But this looks, upon first review, to be very successful.
Yeah.
It does. And Thomas, that's an excellent point because something that we were saying earlier, right, about how there's a disparity between the road closure notices and the notices to citizens that goes, it extends until 12 a.m. Central, and the flight restrictions, right? And most of those, what I was thinking is that was so if they hopped successfully, right, like they have just now. As all of those safing and venting situations, it's probably there's going to be loud sounds as they safe this vehicle. So that's probably what that notice was warning them of, that it could go until midnight.
And you have to compare, because normally after an abort on the launch stand or something, you can just pump the fuels out of the vehicle. Can't do that when you're sitting on a landing pad with no GSE hooked up. So they have to like vent the tanks and things like that. So it also takes a little longer, if I had to guess. So that's another factor in play. But it's going to take a little bit for them to like reopen the pad and things like that. But so far so good. That was, I mean, the big step was getting that thing airborne, and they did it, and it's looking good at the landing pad right now.
So I am ready to do the replay. Of course, I'm going to keep the live stream on picture-in-picture in the corner here, but we will go back to the replay shortly. Give me just 1 second. Here is the replay. So, Michael, if we could put that replay notice up in the upper right-hand corner, and then the left-hand corner, that is still the live picture-in-picture, just in case we don't want that live picture to go away. But let's watch this replay. I'm just going to let it play through once, and we'll see it here in full screen glory without the YouTube bar on the bottom. Gah! Look at that engine fire up. There's the slide. Did y'all see it slide off the pad?
And it's still venting a bit off of that vent as it like goes up. I figured they would close that off.
And that debris, I didn't catch that debris in the first time. I guess my eyes were on Starship. Holy cow! And you can see the reaction control thrusters firing.
Crap! I missed it in the replay.
Wow!
Don't worry, we'll watch it 10 more times, Chris. You're fine.
Look at that, y'all. We can see it. We can see it for a second behind the cloud. Watch, right there. You can see the edge of it.
Wow, I didn't catch that either. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said you could kind of see it. It wasn't still on the ground, but like you knew it was still controlled from our vantage point.
Go live, Josh. Go live, please. Go for live video.
We've got some venting from the vehicle now.
There you go.
So that's going to be part of safing the vehicle. Yep.
It looks like
so did it rotate 90 degrees? Those are the two top vents.
Did.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because of those vents that are normally facing the camera.
Yeah, normally those are straight at the camera.
Starhopper also rotated in flight too, so that seems to be maybe part of their control regime, or just part of how they programmed it to fly. Is go up, twist a little bit, land.
Oh, so right when it reaches apogee of its hop, you can see it starting to turn.
Nice.
Just a little bit is when they fired the cold gas thrusters to turn it. Yeah.
God.
So not only did this thing light its Raptor engine successfully, all indications are that the Raptor functioned perfectly with no like premature shutdown like what happened on Starhopper. We'll wait, but I mean the simple fact that it's on its legs and standing to me would indicate that it didn't crash into the ground from any appreciable altitude. It also demonstrated roll control stability, thrust vector control stability on
There's the
something
drone.
that is not aerodynamic.
Look at the drone right there.
Oh, yeah.
To the right of it.
That drone is going out to see it. Look at that.
Oh, yep. I wonder if Zeus is going to pay it a visit.
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm squinting to see if I can see any Zeus-shaped or colored pixels down there.
I mean, that's a good idea. Good call, Thomas. We should keep our eyes open for a Zeus-like shape heading from around the launch mount towards the vehicle, right? That's about where
we did see.
right?
Did we ever confirm? I thought they got. Did they get 2 of the Boston Dynamics robots, or was that never confirmed? I know we've seen 1.
I'm not sure.
I feel like I think there must have been a rumor or something that there were 2, which could mean they like have one at the landing site. I don't remember. I think I only remember seeing 1.
Yeah, there's that one.
Remember.
There's like the Snoopy house out there. The Snoopy
Yeah.
house.
That would be awesome.
Ah, that's cool.
I can't even. Oh man, Austin Bernard posted a photo. I'm gonna post a link in the chat.
Ah, yes.
If you don't know Austin Bernard, he is an amazing local Brownsville resident.
What?
Whoa!
Good night, Irene. $500 super chat.
What?
That's the max. That's the maximum.
Yeah,
amount of
that's the
super
max
chat.
YouTube allows for the
Oh,
record.
jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that is insane.
And it looks like the
Thomas
top vent
Bolton.
is shut down there, y'all. You'll see the top vent is shut down.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just Thomas Bolton. Thank you. $500 super chat. That I can't even begin to describe what that means to us. Thank you so much. And he said, I haven't been this excited since Apollo. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, guys. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think all of us who weren't around for Apollo are understanding the excitement a lot right now.
Yeah, I mean, I save up for days and days and days and days and days and months for that kind of money to buy a new piece of equipment or something, and you know, in my personal life, I'm talking about, and that's for somebody to I can't even talk straight. For somebody to spend that kind of change on, oh my God, on what we do. Thank you so much for your support. We're seriously just going to double down and keep making what we do even better. I mean, I don't have words. I don't have words. But thank you, dude. Thank you, Thomas.
We've got a couple pictures from a couple photographers in the air. I know Mary's going to be uploading raw video footage. We've got a couple stills though that have been up there. Do you want to pull these up, Das?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was looking for right now. Do we have Mary's stills or something like that, or what do we have here?
I don't know if we
spraying water. Look, spraying water on the.
Oh, there is.
Oh yeah, look at that.
They are.
Wow.
They're cooling it down a little bit. Nice.
Is it leaning?
A little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. That's what
Okay.
those 2 vents are doing. They're trying to push it back up again.
Das, do you wanna throw a verticality indicator on there? Oh wow, Mark Foster with a flight engineer membership upgrade. Thank you so much, Mark Foster. That's insane of you, and you're awesome.
You want me to bring up the Starship tilt indicator? Stand by. Look, here's the Starship tilt indicator.
The Leaning Tower of Starship. New shirt idea.
Oh, jeez.
It's just a little tilted. It's not.
It's
too
just
bad.
a little, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you landed on the moon in Kerbal Space Program that way, I think it would stay up.
Goss, this is reminding me of our Falcon 9 booster landing where we were both leaning the other way going, no. Hey, did anyone by any chance, I know we threw Austin's tweet up in the chat, did anyone by any chance read what he said?
I was going to, but then we got that insane super chat. I just wanted to throw it out there that Austin is an amazing local Brownsville resident, and he's honestly a good person. He's a really
Jack,
awesome person.
I'm going to interrupt you. There's been another super chat.
Another
Are you
one?
kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
Jonathan Taylor. That name sounds vaguely familiar.
From earlier, yeah.
What? It's another. I don't know how to process this. I'm mad at you now. Now I'm mad.
You broke Jack. Well done.
I honestly can't. I can't. I have words. Wow. I mean, thank you, sir.
I think honestly, what everyone is feeling what these super chats are all about, for Mary and standing out there at the camera and bringing us all of these things is honestly, Jack, exactly what Austin said, which is, do you want to take it away to read his tweet? Because I think that actually sums it up really, really well what everyone is feeling right now.
He says today marks the beginning of a new era. Even though this is a small step, we are a giant leap closer to Mars than we were yesterday. The future of interplanetary travel is upon us. And then in all caps, which I'm going to shout, prepare your ears, he says, "Mars, here we come," which I think is fitting. And I'm seeing in chat here that Mary needs to go home to upload her footage so we can edit it as rapidly as possible. And I hate to cut our stream short because we're all partying here and we have so many super chats. I don't know how we
can talk about replays for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's do it.
We can just do replays. Yeah, no worries.
So she can shut down and then we can do replays. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's something. Yeah, I'm typing in the back channel over there really quickly.
Meanwhile, we have another very big super chat.
Oh my God, Spark Station 20 with the $100 super chat. You guys, okay. There's multiple. Like, I need to sort these feelings into categories. One category of feelings is just a large pile of thank you. That is a very large category of what I'm feeling. Another category of what I'm feeling is just is joy. It's just sheer joy, not at the money coming into the stream that will help NASA Spaceflight continue to do what it's doing and get better at what it's doing. That's huge. That's in the thank you pile, though. Oh my God, we got another one from Future Martian. What it is is that I'm excited. I feel joy because you all care so much. You care. You care about spaceflight, and for so long and so many things, and you just hear the narrative over and over and over. Well, we launched a couple moon rockets, and then the public just stopped caring. And then we launched the space shuttle, and the public just stopped caring. Shut up! You're wrong. The public never stopped caring. You are all showing to us right now that you all care. And that is meaningful to me, and I'm going to start crying if I keep thinking about this too hard. I can't even go through my other categories of emotions here. But thank you. Let's do some replays. I have to go run around and scream for a while.
I think while Jack goes and runs around and screams, I want a live stream of just the camera on Jack when SpaceX releases its footage from the drone. That's what I want.
Oh my goodness, that's what we're gonna not. We need to take away Jack's internet access when SpaceX posts it. We're gonna give him a face cam and say, okay, we're gonna get the raw reaction video, and that's gonna be on our. We're gonna make it happen.
Oh my goodness, $101 from Mike Evans. Jack equals broken, so worth it! Exclamation point. And Chris Uchala, I hope I'm saying your last name correctly. $100 Canadian. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone at NSF. Oh my gosh. Yeah, now you're starting to break me. This is oh
it's
my
humbling.
gosh, yeah.
It's humbling, and we just can't express to everybody enough that we really and truly appreciate your support.
Yeah, Peter Ward, thanks for the 717 Czech krona.
Super Porthos.
Oh my gosh, 102 from Super. My gosh, God, everyone.
Y'all are making my heart just swell up right now. I don't really have any other way to say it than that. And just wow. And Mary, I see, in case anybody knows the answer to her question, I see she has a question about uploading in the back channel there. Yeah, and just I keep getting sidetracked because everyone is insanely amazing with the super chats, and it's a great problem to have. But yeah, I just wanted to finish my thought there on Austin Bernard, another rocket photographer out there in Brownsville. He's amazing. Go follow him. He's a great person, and recently lost his dad to COVID. And it's not a situation I would wish on my worst enemy. And again, he's just a fantastic individual. Like you meet a handful of people in your life here and there where you just know, like, this person is extremely important to me, and they're a good person, and they're their own person, and they're a unique individual, and we appreciate those people because they make the world go around, and they make the world a truly better place. So yeah, everybody send some love to Austin on Twitter, send some love to Austin here in chat in case he watches this at any point. Just find someone you care about and hug them. I mean, that's really what it's all about, is be excellent to each other and love each other. And yeah, we love you, Austin. You're a great human being. I'm so glad. I'm looking at your photo right now, and I'm just so glad that you were out there and able to witness. I'm choking up. I'm so glad you were able to go out there today and witness this. I know you had to see your dad off today, so I'm so glad you were able to see it. That scrub this morning was key. So awesome. Let's onwards, upwards to Mars. Thank you everybody for joining us on this, and we're gonna have raw footage from Mary up as soon as possible. And in the meantime, let's watch some replays.
You know, Jack. You know, as we get the replays queued up, you know, I just wanted to add to that. You know, you and I have both met Austin in person, and he is one of those, like we were talking about earlier. He's, you know, there are some people you meet in this line of work in the space industry that are just the most wonderfully infectious and awesome people, and their enthusiasm just seeps into you and reminds you of what this is about this, right? And reminds you of why you got into it, because you can see yourself, right, in these people as well. And Austin is 100% one of those. And we all feel for him right now. We're all really, really feeling for him, and I'm very happy that on today of all days he got to actually see this.
Yeah, and we just, again, we all love the crap out of you, Austin. You're awesome. We're so glad that you are who you are, and you're just part of this whole space community, because we're all better for it. Thanks, dude. There. Let's watch some replays. I'm done with my
So
soapbox
y'all
there.
keep talking. I am supporting Mary to get her stuff uploaded right now. So y'all keep talking. I am a little busy to show the replays right now. So give me another 5 minutes here. Read some super chats or something.
Are there super chats? Yeah. Well, I know there are super chats, but which is awesome.
I'm just still riding the emotional wave here of trying to express my thanks to everybody, and just, I know it's not just Austin, it's everybody across the world right now. Everybody is going through tough times, and I know right now we're all having fun in our safe space in our rocket corner while we all goof around and make dad jokes and talk about Texas tank watching. But that doesn't mean that we don't know that there is a whole world out there with things going on and people that are affected by those things, including what happened in Beirut today, and including COVID-19. And we're humbled. I am humbled, and I'm touched, and I am so thankful that we are able to have this safe space and have a little bit of fun and a little bit of ray of sunshine in these times when things are so crazy, and we're able to do that because of the support from everybody. So thank you, everybody. That is why we freak out about the super chats. That is why I freak out about the super chats, is because you are enabling a ray of sunshine in an otherwise bleak and cloudy sky. Thank you.
Yeah, I could not have said that better myself, Jack. So let's so let's get back to Starship.
Yeah.
Because
that thing that we were talking about.
We're talking about here. Honestly, what so there's a larger point I'm trying to make here. So let me babble for a second and get it out, and I'll tell you the point. Because like Jack, I'm not sure how coherent this is going to be. I don't think any of us really. I don't think any of us thought, oh, there's no way the Raptor would work. There's no way this hop would work. There's no way, I don't think any of us really thought that. We were just being very cognizant of this is the first time it's all sort of working together in a flight environment, and there's always things that you learn in a flight environment that sometimes software can't show you, and how vehicles perform and how things might resonate, right? So like that was our like, oh my gosh, I hope it works. But then when it actually did work, where we all went, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Not that we didn't think it wasn't possible, just we understood the reality of it. Here's the thing I really, really can't believe worked, but I'm very happy. I can't believe every single one of those landings worked. I mean, the first time they go to deploy them in flight and it all works, that is amazing. And here's the point of all this. There's a lot, and I mean a lot of knowledge that has gone into Starship's initial development that can all be credited to the Falcon 9 reusability and landing. Software and everything that they have learned from those over the, what are we? We're over 60 now, right, that have landed?
I will tell you in 30 seconds. Hold on.
There you go.
It's something like that, 50, 60. It's in that range right now. If oh man, see. If my
spreadsheet would load.
Well, see, now I'm just thinking, oh man, like the head of SpaceX Communications is probably watching this going, ha ha ha, Chris doesn't know a trivia fact.
Breaking. We have a breaking, a very important tweet from Elon. Sorry, I'm still trying to recover over here. Elon just tweeted, Mars is looking real. That's awesome.
Who did he say that to?
Austin.
I don't see it on his main feed. Oh, he said it to Austin. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Looking awesome. To answer your question, Chris, they are now up to 56 successful landings among Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy boosters. So total, all of those landings. If you add, and you can add 3 Starship landings, like 2 Starhoppers and a Starship. I don't know if you want to count those, but so you're like 56 or 59, depending on if you count the Starship vehicles.
Okay.
We got the bull nose. We got a bull snort valve going.
Yep. Although I guess if you do that, you're gonna actually also count like Grasshopper and things. So 56 Falcon Core landings. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean the fact that all there were what 6 legs underneath it.
I believe 6. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean the fact that there were 6 legs that all had to articulate out vastly different designs in the way they came out and the way they deployed from the Falcon 9 landing legs and everything. And you can see that water tower venting or something venting there. I don't know what that is. That's not water. Looking at it a little closely. It's venting something.
That's the
we've seen that venting earlier. That's pretty normal.
I'm willing to bet that's nitrogen.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that's nitrogen.
Gotcha.
That is the we're done.
Whoa. Sorry, Chris. Elon just retweeted Mr. NASA Spaceflight himself's tweet of Mary's footage from this very live stream.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So if you want to see the replay, you can just go onto Elon's Twitter and you'll see the replay
there you
from
go.
our camera.
I retweeted that before Elon did. I retweeted it before it was cool.
Nice.
I'm sitting here furiously refreshing our upload software so that we can so I can make sure I know when this raw footage comes in. Because boy, let me tell you, I'm going to cut it as fast as possible. Maybe I can do a quickie little watermark on some of the video for like a member preview kind of thing while we get it all hooked up. But either way, this is going to go up as fast as possible as soon as we get the raw footage from Mary. She was operating multiple other cameras, so.
That's actually
just heads up.
Yeah, Jack, that's what I've been doing here. I've been being very quiet because I was marshaling all of our upload capacity and getting Mary whatever she needed so she could start sending things up. So I was being quiet because my important job there was to make sure Mary still had whatever support she needed so we could get those things up there. But I'm ready to do some replays now if you want. How does that sound?
Let's do it.
No, I don't really like flying grain silos.
Yeah, no, that was boring.
Jack didn't really find that exciting or
I don't know if you know anything about me, but I'm not interested in test flight. I certainly didn't find that to be perhaps the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
No, rockets are lame, planes are lame, flight test is lame.
This is going to take us back over to previously. I am still going to leave the picture-in-picture up there, and if we could get the replay notification again, this is me literally just replaying our stream from earlier at T-minus, I mean, not much, but just one more time. full screen. Watch this thing. Raptor ignites. We see just like a static fire, but a long static fire, and then it starts to move.
Yeah, it did sit on the mount for a little bit. That's likely a little bit of checks to make sure everything's going well before it releases. Yep.
Wait. Did you see that flame that kind of erupted with the debris there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The shockwave hits the camera and it starts shaking. But
Yep.
I'm gonna point this out really quickly. Look. It looks photoshopped. It looks like
It really does look
animated
photoshopped.
And it looks.
It looks exactly like all of the recreations. I even did one. I took the flame
Yeah.
from Starhopper footage and I put it under SN5 and I cut SN5 out and I put it in the air and I said, it's gonna look like this. Well, guess what? It freaking did.
We need to compare the real photos with your makeup because I guarantee they won't be able to tell the difference.
Hang on,
It's that when you can see it coming down through like that hole in the cloud.
that gap in the cloud. Yep.
Right here. Look, I'll get back to it right there. All right, it's coming down. It's coming down. It's behind the dust cloud there.
Look where the light meets the dark in the cloud.
Yep.
Right.
And it's just this.
Right there. There it is.
Yeah, right there.
What is it?
Wow.
It's venting.
It's the
Yeah, it's got a
it is.
vent at the top.
It's venting. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought.
Or actually, are there RCS ports near the top as well? Because it could be that.
Yeah, it might have been trying to
that might be
stabilize
it.
itself.
I would bet on that rather than a vent.
You're right, because it looks a
makes
little bit
sense.
short.
Yeah, because you can see it's kind of tipping, so it makes sense that the thruster would be trying to correct that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in there.
For landing. But Dust, if you could go back up to right about when it reaches the apex,
Right.
Because that's when it starts to turn, and that's when it starts to spin.
There you go.
And then you can see it. Yeah, there it goes.
Chris,
Yeah.
watch.
Your RCS thruster pushes
You can
it.
see the. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it. I'm gonna put it in slow motion, but you can actually see the RCS thruster fire to start the spin. Watch.
Yeah.
Or stop the spin. I'm not sure which one it is. Let's see which way.
Yeah,
it
it's
actually
spinning the
turns.
other way. It's like counteracting the spin a little bit.
Right there. There was
Yep.
one. The
That
shockwave
was-
hitting the. There it is again.
There's another
Just
one. Yep.
madness.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you can really see it spinning there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that the raceway sort of going on the side starts to move around to the right a little bit more. Ah, that's cool. It looks. I'm gonna go back over here. You can see the Raptor gimbaling. Look at the Raptor
Oh, yeah,
going
totally.
back and forth a little bit. There's shock diamonds in the video.
Yeah,
You can see the mock diamonds in the video. What?
And now think about this. This is the sound wave, and the concussion waves hitting Mary's camera of one Raptor.
Of one Raptor, yeah.
31 of these on the base of Starship Super Heavy when it takes off.
Ah.
Oh
I
my
put-
goodness.
I put my high-tech simulation in control center. If you want to see what I expected it to look like.
Oh my gosh, it's literally identical.
Well,
Hang
yeah,
on,
just
hang on.
minus the dust. The only difference is.
Oh
mine
yeah, that's
didn't
true.
have the
You didn't
dust.
simulate the dust cloud. No.
Can we get that live side by side up there?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me just a
Okay,
second.
yeah.
I gotta get it.
Like it's any good. It's garbage. It's remarkably.
No,
Also-
but it looks correct. That's the thing. You can't tell the difference.
It's gonna take me just a second to do that. So.
So I want to read a tweet that I just got from someone who said, so it was to Phil Plate, Mad Astronomer, and ourselves, because he was retweeting some of our notifications and everything, and this person, Feeling Young is the Best Revenge is the name, said, thank you for this. I spent the whole day waiting, then had to go out, and of course, then the replay didn't replay it. Absolutely spectacular. This is the part I love. Parentheses, and the guys doing the audio were hilarious afterward.
I don't.
Which
I
I
don't-
love. So Feeling Young is the best revenge. Thank you.
There's absolutely no way I'm gonna ever be able to go back and listen to that audio. It's just gonna make me want to curl up into a ball and die. Everything, whatever I did, I don't even know. I don't want to know. But yeah, I mean, that was heartfelt emotion. That was the truth. It's how we were feeling right then. So I'm glad it was infectious.
Oh my goodness.
And I am working on it here. Just give me just a second here, okay?
But yeah, all right. So I want to revisit what Chris just said because this was the next step in Starship development. This was a single Raptor engine firing under a full-scale prototype that was missing the nose cone and missing the aero surfaces. the next step, and again, this is all pending, all the data from this test is good and things like that, but we think the next logical step would be to go with a higher test, and we believe that to go higher, you're going to need more Raptor engines, and you're going to need aerodynamic services such as the nose cone and the fins. So the next time we see a Starship fly, if I had to guess, we'll see, instead of the one off-center Raptor, we'll see that center cluster completely filled, that 3 Raptors, and we're going to be seeing a nose cone, which will make this thing about twice as tall, and aerodynamics control services, the fins on the sides and the canards.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what's coming up next.
Well, it really is. But I mean, I just kind of have to stop and ask the question. They got it back. Do you think they'll fly this one again?
Someone asked this, I think, during one of the aborts, and my speculation was no, simply because as long as this test went well, I'm not sure there's much value in flying it again, especially because we saw what it did to the launch mount. They don't want to keep rebuilding the launch mount. So my guess is, unless the data comes back and says, you know what, we actually saw something we didn't like, we want to do it again. As long as that didn't happen, my guess is no, SN5 will be retired, potentially disassembled for parts. I could see them taking the Raptor route and using that elsewhere. And then we will see the next Starship prototype come out, is my guess.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Like, probably unlikely, but SpaceX never say never.
Right.
But I mean, my joke answer was like, if this is what one Raptor did to the pad, 3 Raptors might just blow the pad away from it. Like, I mean, it might just blow it like 3.
SpaceX, where they have reusable rockets and expendable launch mounts.
Okay, look.
No way!
I got it. Yo,
Oh my goodness.
I have the side by side. So watch.
Yeah, we gotta watch.
This is a very high-tech simulation
Here's
I
the
did as
hop.
we were trying to figure out what framing was going to look like. It's very high-tech stuff. This is what you get with your $500 super chats, everybody. You get these very, very high-tech simulations here at NASASpaceflight. I'm extremely skilled with computer modeling and with with all.
He literally looks the same.
I'm good at Blender. All that stuff. No, I'm kidding. I'm terrible at all those things. Don't listen.
That's hilarious.
Alright, Jack, so when you do this overlay for the next Starship vehicle, just keep in mind you need to have the dust cloud in there, otherwise it doesn't look believable.
Yeah,
Note to self,
count.
dust cloud.
I think when it comes down, it may actually be leaning the right way. Let's see if it gets in the dust cloud there or not.
To be honest, when
Oh my god, it is.
Oh,
it
it's
literally is leaning to the
same.
right. It is literally leaning to the right.
When I threw the Raptor on there too in my my approximation, I gimbaled it a little bit even. So I'm kind of proud about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you rewind it so it's leaning the same way so I can get a screenshot of that,
Yes.
please?
It's like going into the dust cloud. It's like hard, but yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
Wait a second. This screen actually has a slight crop to it. Stand by.
No!
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's hilarious.
The angle.
I should have
Wait,
scaled
right.
it. I should have scaled it down just a little bit because it's going away from the camera. Oh, I.
Oh, Jack, rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake. You hate to see it.
Oh.
That's amazing. I'm
I'm sorry,
not
this
mad.
just looks ridiculous. It's so good.
I can't believe it!
Folks, I want to say thank you for tuning in to this, because, I mean, the more people that saw this live, the less people that won't believe it because it looks so ridiculously fake. You cannot tell someone, oh yeah, I saw a grain silo looking thing fly. If you showed someone a picture of SN5 who didn't know what it was, and told them that it flies, they would never believe you.
I mean, I was watching the footage. I didn't bother looking at our. Last I saw, our viewership count was 21,000. What did we max out at? Does anyone know?
Somewhere 25 or so, 26, 27,
25.
something like that, yeah. I'm going to say something about this real quick. The real footage looks more photoshopped than Jack's footage.
It really does. It really does.
Like, Jack, you sort of blended yours. It's a little pixelated. Like, it looks real. In the actual footage on the right-hand side, looks more fake.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, God.
That's, Again, y'all, we're hanging out here. There's super chats coming in. We are all just sort of riding high on a successful hop of SN5. We still have the live feed from Boca Chica. That's a replay on the side. Jack made a concept image beforehand. That's Jack's concept image, but this is just crazy, y'all. This is so cool.
Yeah, a big thank you. We know we're not getting to like all the super chats right now because of how insane this was, but a big thank you to everyone who tuned in, and especially big thank you to anyone who's doing super chats and joining the channel as members, things like that. We wouldn't be able to enjoy these kind of live events and share them with you all without your support. So a
Yeah.
huge thank you to each and every one of you. We know we're not getting to all of them individually right now, so I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. It's absolutely insane. Thank you.
It is.
I may blow everybody's ears out here, but I'm gonna try to pipe the audio back.
Please.
Yeah. We'll bring down the real audio. Again, that's upper left-hand corner is still live. Every now and then I still got to go back and check it to make sure it's still there. It hasn't fallen over or been carted off by someone or sank into the swamp or anything like that. It's still there right now. So let's do the replay one more time here. But I'm going to see if I can pipe the audio to you this time. I'm going to get the audio and let's mix that in.
We're good. That's got to be good.
Come on.
Let's see. Did y'all hear that? I was trying to pipe that through there, but it was sort of blowing out the speakers.
Yeah, a little bit, but we got it. I mean, it's just awesome.
But that's how loud it is. It was blowing out the speakers. Oh my gosh, yeah. I gotta admit, rewatching it, I knew how this ended.
Did you still get suspenseful?
Holding my breath, yeah.
It's like watching that Apollo 13 re-entry scene in the movie. You know what the ending is, but it's still really suspenseful.
Oh wow!
Oh,
just see the
man.
debris. Look right here, right?
Hey Das, real quick.
There. Go ahead.
I think Mary might need a hand with uploading stuff, or she's saying it's going to take a long time. It might just take a long time given the file sizes and the 1080p 60 frames a second.
I saw our friend Trevor on Twitter saying that the upload speeds are not optimal right now, so I think everyone at Boca Chica is trying to upload things, and so it might just be that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Chat saying that debris was a COPV. I don't know if that's true or not, but that would be crazy if it was a COPV flying off and everything still functioned fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna just step it forward a couple frames here because we've got something flew up out of there. On the left-hand side, you can see. Was it something coming off the bottom of SN5? Maybe
I can't
don't
tell.
know.
I can't tell if it came up out of the cloud
still
or
in the
what.
way.
Yeah, just right in here. Something's flying up. I don't know if that's the Raptor ricocheting something off the ground or if that's something coming off the side. I'm not exactly sure.
It looks like fog that's gone airborne is what it looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever it was, it didn't prevent the vehicle from flying successfully. So, I mean, I have a doubt that I don't know if that we can say that was a COPV. That would have caused some issues potentially.
I would doubt that. There's a lot of things. Like this is always fascinating, right? Because for 30 years in human spaceflight in the United States, we really had to pay attention to what we call foreign object debris,
right?
Especially things that at engine ignition and solid rocket ignition could be carried upward by the thermal currents, right,
Yep.
of all this stuff and damage the shuttle. It's a very hard mindset to get out of that. SpaceX rockets don't need that.
Right.
they don't need that. So if I was a betting person, I would say this was likely like shielding or things that were on the ground and just weren't secured as well as we now know they need to be. Not that they weren't secured, just it's a lot of thrust, and coming out of that Raptor.
Yep.
I would venture it's just little things like that, because every launch pad has damage after a liftoff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I would concur with you and just say probably stuff on the ground. We will hopefully, we'll get the raw footage from Mary and we can take a good look at that. We will hopefully get some footage maybe from SpaceX, because they usually release some things when they do a hop test. They did with Starhopper, so maybe we'll get some other camera angles to get a look at exactly what it was. But certainly nothing, super important, because the vehicle flew fine afterwards. It's also worth mentioning that, like you said, we're accustomed to wanting to limit FOD, and we still do. To be very clear, FOD can be very dangerous. However, when we say foreign object debris, I should make sure we clarify what that is. But it is worth mentioning that this vehicle is designed to land on the moon and land on Mars. There are design considerations in the Starship system that take into account that you're not always going to be landing on a concrete landing pad. You're not always going to be taking off from a launch mount. This thing has to take off from places where FOD might be unavoidable. So you make the system a little more robust and things like that. So it's very possible that they said, yeah, there'll be some FOD or some loose things at the launch mount that might get blown away, but we know the vehicle won't be in danger from that. So that's certainly a possibility.
Gotcha. And I'm just playing the replay over and over again. So if you want me to do something else, let me know.
I could watch this thing all freaking night. I mean, holy cow, dude.
As we do that, I just want to say SpaceX is not the only company that's making a test flight today. In an hour and 10 minutes,
that's true.
Astra is set to launch Rocket 3.1 on its first orbital test mission an hour and 10 minutes from now. No live stream, unfortunately, but yeah, they're going from Alaska, so we're going to have opposite temperature ranges here.
Right. And that's the other shiny rocket. I like calling it the stainless steel rocket. They have
other shiny
different scales, although that one will hopefully go much higher than Starship did, so a little trade-off there. But so keep an eye out for that.
I love the look of the Astra rocket. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it looks like an Atlas V just without the Centaur, and they just stick a nose cone on top of it.
Right, or like one of those old school Atlases with the stainless steel, totally.
Oh, the Atlas Ds and Es.
Right, yeah.
That launched the Mercury astronauts. Yeah.
So so no live stream of that, but if you follow us on social media, we will be retweet. Astra was very good with the other attempt the other day of like giving us live updates and things, even though they weren't live video.
Yes.
So we'll be sharing that on Twitter and things like that.
And they have been tweeting today, actually.
Yes.
The last update from them was, we are go for tonight's launch attempt. Weather is being monitored closely. The window opens at 10 p.m. Eastern and runs until midnight Eastern time here in the U.S., which is 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. UTC.
Yep. And so hopefully their last attempt got interrupted by a wayward boat, which has been a trend in spaceflight recently. But hopefully range cooperates and things like that.
Yeah, what was that? Is like August 2nd, international boats do something weird day.
Right, because it was the Astra range violation, it was Demo 2 splashdown, and then if you go back a couple days, there was a boat that interfered with Starship the other day.
Yeah.
So
yes, there was. Yes.
This whole week has been boat interference, and I mean,
boat
come on,
misbehaving or something like that.
Right.
Boats misbehaving, yeah.
Boats behaving badly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, now what are we gonna do every day now that this hop is over?
I know, right?
Every day it was like, well, it's not about that time to do another live stream and see if they hop.
Actually, look in control. I was just about to suggest something in control center, so take a look.
Well, I was going to say the next thing we have in terms of streaming would be early Friday morning. 1:12 a.m. Starlink will be launching 39A at the Kennedy Space Center.
Oh yes, and that's gonna be the first night launch in a little bit. Most of them have been in the day recently, so that'll be cool.
Yeah. 1:12 a.m. It was a time I wasn't necessarily
Hoping for?
upset. No. Actually, I wasn't necessarily hoping for a delay when the launch time was 4:30, 3:30, and 3 o'clock in the morning. But I'm not going to say I'm upset that it's 1:12 and it
Yeah, a little more manageable, right?
That means I get home at it. Yeah, exactly. That means I don't get home at 5 a.m. That means
Right, exactly. It's those ones where you get home and the sun is rising. That's like really a problem.
It's really a
Oh
problem.
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And I mean, and I guess I should explain a little bit about that, because it's not that we're complaining that we have to cover these insanely cool things. That's not what we're doing.
Sure.
When we cover these missions in the middle of the night, we've also at that point been up for 24 hours usually by the time the launches happen, right? So it starts to get into like a tiredness and safety of driving thing at certain times of the morning, which is why a lot of us look at 3:30 a.m. launches and go, "Oh God, like that's going to be a long drive home." It's not that we're upset at our jobs or upset that we get to cover these really cool things and bring them to you. It's just our safety consideration at that point.
Yep.
But actually, speaking of, I have to go. I have dogs and critters that need attention here.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think DOS is working things on the back end, so I'll give a quick thank you to Chris Gebhardt, Assistant Managing Editor of NASA Spaceflight, for joining us today. And I mean, oh my goodness, I'm like lost for words of what we all just saw today. But a huge thank you to Chris for hanging out with us.
Oh, it was. Oh, I would not have missed this. I tried. I was really not going to be a voice on this stream.
For those who don't know, he joined our voice call right before we went live and said, "Yeah, I'm just here to hang out. I'm not going to be on live, or not really going to make any huge comments or anything." And then he was here the whole time, and he couldn't resist Starship, which is understandable.
Not at all. But on that note, I'm going to head out. Thank you to everyone who watched our stream, to everyone who supported us, whether they were super chats, channel memberships, if it was just eyeballs here on our stream, that's supporting us too. We never want to make anyone feel bad when we read out the super chats, right? Being here and watching it, that's good. That's supporting too. But just thank you to everyone who watched this amazing moment in history. And to Mary, I know you're off. I know you're off uploading everything now and getting that process started, but thank you to you. There have been some really long days with these campaigns, and what a payoff today. But thank you, Mary, definitely. And with that, that is Chris G out. I will see you all on Friday morning for the next live stream I'll be on.
See you, Chris. And yeah, that's a big point. Hopefully we get Mary a brief break after this. She can, I mean, we all know she's going to be out there daily recording videos and stuff, but hopefully she doesn't have to be waiting out there for live events for a few days at least until the next Starship prototype rolls around. But yeah, she'll be uploading that raw video is what you'll see on the YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, please do so. We will be sending out our live video as soon as we can get it uploaded from Mary, and Jack will edit that together and get that out as soon as we can. And you can, of course, stay tuned for other live events such as the Falcon 9 launch coming up Friday morning, as well as daily updates from Starship Boca Chica. And of course, other live streams for when Starship testing resumes after a successful SN5 hop. The next step should be another Starship prototype, potentially flying even higher. I mean, we'll probably have static fire tests, we'll have fueling tests, the whole shebang once again. But I mean, one more step, one more checkbox to check off for Starship development. And another point that I don't know if we've mentioned, so to remind everyone, there were a couple different vehicles that were actually selected by NASA a couple months ago to be developed as lunar lander prototypes, one of which was the Starship system. And so, if I am not mistaken, that would have been, unless you count Starhopper, but Starhopper was, like we talked about this last night, Starhopper was mostly a Raptor test stand more than anything else. This was truly a full-scale Starship tank section and Raptor system test. And today, I think it's fair to say that today was the first flight test of a potential Artemis program moon lander. So that's another thing to be excited about today, along with the obvious connotations of a potential Mars lander in the future. So very lots of reasons to get excited about another big step forward today.
Yeah, again, I mean, I'm clicking on so many things in the background here. This is just crazy. The number of pictures and stuff like that. We're trying to make sure that Mary has all the support she needs to get this stuff public because she's got gigabytes of video, and we're trying to get that video up to Jack so that we can do it.
We've actually got Mary in this voice call now. Das, she just joined.
Let's see here, Mary, are you hearing us right now? I'm not getting any audio.
She is
there.
muted.
Yeah.
I know Mary and Das and the folks behind the scenes are working quickly to get that footage uploaded because we want to see that raw footage.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Thomas. Thanks for holding it down there while I'm working behind the scenes here.
Yeah. So based on the SEC filings, the next thing to expect would probably be a 3-kilometer hop. Although, of course, those plans can change, but that would likely require a nose cone for better aerodynamics.
Nose cone at least. I would bet fins as well. And I believe in a recent video we saw some Starship fins, some new ones being delivered. So those are in Boca Chica. And also probably additional Raptors, right, Michael?
Yeah, probably 3, I would think, but
That's what I would guess.
I guess that
And
it could be a couple of months then until the next hop because they're gonna have to build a better launch stand. This one's obviously been damaged quite a bit. Presumably, you're gonna want a flame deflector at least if they want to have 3
ooh,
Raptors.
true.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with SN6. I think it's quite likely they could go straight to SN8, but who really knows? I mean, SN6 is pretty much a completed Starship tank section, so perhaps they will do something with it. But SN8 is the one with the new 304L stainless steel. It's expected to get a nose cone and fins. So that's the one that I think is going to be the next big leap forward for Starship.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I think it's worth mentioning that, so the next step forward, the next step beyond a 150-meter hop test is to go higher. And like we said, I think some filings have indicated 3 kilometers might be their next target. But it would also make sense for them to kind of incrementally get that way. So if they go to a vehicle with more Raptors and a nose cone and things like that, it's possible that they actually fly that vehicle up to 150 meters again. But with the new Raptor configurations and all the new systems, and then roll it back to the launch site to fly it again. They might not necessarily go straight to 3 kilometers with that vehicle. So we'll see. Something to keep an eye on. There'll certainly be fueling tests and static fire tests prior to that. And then of course there could be some short hops on the way to an eventual 3-kilometer hop. Beyond that, we know further down the line, 20 kilometers has been a target they've mentioned. Don't know if that would be the same vehicle that does the 3-kilometer hop or if they roll out a new prototype. If you've been following SpaceX, they've been producing prototypes very quickly. So it's very possible they have another vehicle completely ready by the time the 3-kilometer hop happens, in which case they roll that new one out because every vehicle they build is incrementally improved based on just manufacturing methods and new steel alloys and Raptor improvements, things like that. So lots of factors in play, but lots of exciting milestones beyond this test flight to look forward to now that the 150-meter hop is complete.
I could watch this replay just over and over, and I am.
I gotta figure out a way to make this my wallpaper. Just a repeating loop of the hop test.
Yeah, it's like, it's gotta be my Zoom background. It's gotta be like,
right, there you go.
I need to figure out a way to like tattoo a hologram of it on the inside of my eyelid, so I can just close my eyes and move my head kind of like back and forth and just see it like shimmering in my consciousness. I mean, wow.
Oh my goodness. Quick update for anyone interested in that Astra test flight. The Astra has tweeted that they're at T-minus 60 minutes, and that was like a minute ago. So at 9 o'clock Eastern time, they were at 60 minutes and hopefully counting down. No holds are mentioned or anything. So looks like they might be targeting the opening of the window for that launch.
I'm just like, my brain just dumped every single neurotransmitter I have available. I'm just like a sponge that has just been thoroughly wrung out. So, wow, I might need a moment here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what our plan is or what you guys want to do, but
Yeah, Jack, I'm working on that right now. What we may do is go ahead and shut down the. Oh no! Haha! Cool, perfect. There we go. We were making sure Mary had whatever she needed in order to upload as fast as possible. And right now, in her current position, the Verizon modems are super healthy, and it looks like she may have commandeered one of the Verizon modems. I was getting 7,000 up off that modem, so that would help her upload a little bit faster. And honestly, if she wants it, I think she should take the other Verizon modem off and use both modems to upload on 2 different laptops to get that footage up, the clips and all that sort of stuff up as fast as we can. So that being said, it may make sense for us to shut the stream down here just to give Mary 100% of the available NASA spaceflight bandwidth out there. Right, I'm going to guess that she already took a modem off and it all pushed over to the other modems. That's what the Solo is designed to do, right? I'm getting 9,000 up on a Verizon modem, but I definitely want Mary to get all of that data. And if it would help her to have that other USB stick, I think we shut down the stream here and we send it her way. Do y'all concur with that?
I think
Yep.
that's a good plan. I mean, if you look at that picture in picture real quick, not much has changed. They're going to be continuing to work to safe the vehicle. Eventually, crews will actually return to the launch site and the landing pad to do inspections and things like that. But there's not going to be too much to see live anymore. It looks like everything is pretty stable. So, I think it's a good idea to shut down the live stream and give Mary all that bandwidth so we can upload that raw footage and clips and photos and things like that.
yeah, and I will not be able to concentrate and speak coherently as I'm trying to rapidly edit. I mean, I'm going to be shaking as I edit this. I'm that much of a dork, so probably for the best.
So for the last time, I've cut back over to the live view, a slightly different Texas tank watching skyline down there at Boca Chica because somebody snuck in and moved SN5. It is no longer on the launch pad. It has moved to its landing pad over to the side. Got a little bit of a tilt to it, but it's sort of a jaunty tilt. It's just showing off over there, I think. So that is fantastic. I do want to go ahead and shut the stream down here. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us, but I want to get Mary every single modem that possibly has any bandwidth out there so that she can upload her stuff as fast as possible. And that being said, it's such a God, it looks so nice. The sun's starting to go down out there, y'all. Ah, whew. I
Wow.
know. I know that we didn't go through all the super chats. I mean, it was like 100 super chats that we didn't get a chance to read through. I hope that everybody understands we were so excited there. We were so thrilled that SN5 did that hop. We sort of lost ourselves and we didn't read every single super chat that came through, but we certainly see them all in there. I literally over 100 super chats coming through supporting the stream so that we can keep this stuff going. One of them through there said, watch Armstrong step onto the moon as a teenager onward to Mars. That was John Miller. I think that one came through earlier, but God, just thank everybody for the support there. Wow.
Yeah, and I want to say, thank you to everyone who tuned in, but I also want to thank, when we do these live streams, my job is to kind of show up and talk about things and answer questions, which is easy enough. I want to give a big thank you to Mary, who is out there in Texas doing the filming and handling the cameras and the modems and all of that. And also a big thank you to the people who do production behind the scenes. That's Das and Michael. They're handling the overlays and graphics you see on the scene, handling all the bandwidth and pushing to YouTube and things like that. I can't even get into all the technical stuff they have to manage to make every one of these streams happen. So big thank you to the entire team who helps us do these streams. I'm just a talking head. My job's easy enough. They're the ones really making it happen. So Mary, Das, Michael, and of course all of the commentators. We had Christian earlier, Jack Byers here, and myself, Thomas Burkhart. A huge thank you to everyone who tunes in and everyone who works to make these streams happen. It was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I know we all got really busy at the end there, but that was a sight to see. I tell you that much. That was a sight to see. Anything else here? We ready to shut it down?
I think we're ready to call it a night,
That was a good
Dust.
stream.
All right, that was definitely a good stream. Hey, congratulations to SpaceX on getting that thing hopped successfully. Like, first try.
Absolutely.
Not even a sarcastic first try. That was literally once it left the launch pad, it was a first try sort of situation. So
Yep.
y'all, everybody out there, thank you so much for watching us. Again, this is NASA Spaceflight's live stream commentary. We're going to be shutting it down here. Next live stream, I think the next thing you should expect from us is tons of footage of this hop. That's what we're getting uploaded from Mary right now. And Jack is standing by to edit those videos together, the raw footage at the full bitrate, drinking from the fire hose. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel here, turn on the notification when the stream gets uploaded, when the video gets uploaded, you'll get a notification and you won't miss anything that we are getting pushed out here for Starship SN5 successful hop. Also, one last thing. Hey, if you're over on the Twitch stream, I know there's still people watching on the Twitch stream. Awoken, how are you doing? Thank you all so much. Running a lot of streams. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm happy we were able to share that with y'all as well. But we've got replays, we've got clips, we've got the whole shooting match. But the one thing we don't have is any more time here on the live stream. We will catch. I mean, you gotta like toss a little thing in there, you know?
That was good. I liked it.
You just keep talking until something lines up like that. We do appreciate everybody hanging out here, and that's NASA Spaceflight signing off. Later, nerds. Propulsion continues to be normal.
The chamber pressure looks good. Following up. Roger, roll, Atlantic. Water towers fly! Flight downside, FPD off. FPD off.
Yikes. You bet. Concur. We don't need any more of these.